Last year, she was just a regular Swedish schoolgirl. 12 months on, and she's Time's Person of the Year. Rarely does a discussion on climate change today take place without her name being mentioned. Greta Thunberg has become a global sensation, not just a prominent figure among climate activists, but almost a messianic symbol. She pulls no punches in schooling politicians about what they must do to save the planet.
The real danger is when politicians and CEOs are making it look like real action is happening when, in fact, almost nothing is being done, apart from clever accounting and creative PR.
She certainly does have a point. But what about the Greta Thunberg phenomenon itself? It's undeniable Greta's quickly and loudly drawn attention to climate change. She's got people talking and even been credited with influencing European and national elections. But Greta wants more than just talking. She wants action from politicians. Although critics question what useful action Greta-inspired movements have actually taken, apart from strikes and protests, which she herself says are unsustainable.
We cannot go on like this. It is not a sustainable solution that children skip school. We cannot go on like that. So we don't want to continue. So we would love some action from the people in power.
Her speeches resonated across the world. It wasn't long before her fiery indictment of world leaders at the UN Assembly became a meme. Now, they followed a clear structure: grave danger, bad government, and a need for immediate action. She soon became a target for opponents who said her ideas lacked substance and slated her style. But that was quickly knocked on the head. Criticism was often swiftly silenced, with those critiquing her, justifiably or not, labelled as misogynist, hysterical, or being triggered.
The climate hysteria movement is not about science. If it were about science, it would be led by scientists rather than by politicians and a mentally ill Swedish child who is being exploited by her parents and by the international left.
How dare you?
Holy Michael Knowles of Daily Wire just called Greta Thunberg a mentally ill Swedish child.
She's mad and dangerous, and she's causing young children sleepless nights and with her idiocy. No, I think she needs to get back to school and shut up.
I was fascinated by this, schoolgirl starting this strike for climate change awareness, and I thought, wow, that's pretty gutsy.
It was all a little melodramatic. It was all end of the world, apocalyptic. I don't want millions, if not billions, of young people watching Greta do that kind of speech and genuinely think the planet is literally about to end.
She is daring to express what so many young people are feeling. And actually, I find it remarkable that she can speak in such an honest way, with truth to power, fearlessly speaking.
Some of her actions were ridiculed, like her transatlantic boat trip. Having sailed through storms to avoid carbon emissions from air travel, she sailed into a storm of criticism when her fellow companions joined her, flying in by plane. Not to mention the impracticality of adopting such measures on a wider scale. Now, this brings us back to Greta's words about politicians: creative PR. World leaders from Merkel to Macron, among others, were happy to humour the latest global trend with a photo opportunity while rebuking some of her ideas. So where does this leave the Person of the Year 2019? Well, she certainly sent a message, taken centre stage, and brought people into the streets with her call: it is now time for civil disobedience. It's time to rebel. But will this have the desired effect?
The only thing we want to see is real action, and real action has not been happening. So, of course, we have achieved a lot. But if you look at it from a certain point of view, we have achieved nothing.
Like her or loathe her, she's created a stir. It may be difficult to understand the method behind Person of the Year awards. One of Greta's runner-ups was Donald Trump. Maybe we can agree to hope that this year's award isn't just symbolic, isn't just creative PR, but will lead to the real change that Greta seeks to create.